I was just watching this new Netflix documentary about Bill Gates. He said something really interesting in the very first episode. He said, and I quote, "You have to work on an amazingly small number of things to get stunningly brilliant results." And he's totally right on the money with that one. Think about it. Our brain is a problem-solving machine. We can analyze the past to avoid making the same mistakes in the future. We can envision hypothetical scenarios and solve problems before they even happen. Our brain is constantly churning, working through stuff 24/7. Even when we're not consciously aware of it, our gray matter is plugging away in the background, generating new ideas and solutions. And get this, it's so darn good at it that your brain can literally make all your dreams come true, but only if you know how to use it properly. Today, I'm going to share a simple 3-step method that'll teach you how to hack your brain for maximum awesomeness. You'll definitely want to stick around until the end if you want to make those dreams a reality. Step 1. You gotta believe. If you don't truly believe you can do something, your brain won't even bother trying to solve that problem. For instance, if deep down you don't think you'll ever run a successful company, your brain won't gift you with business ideas. It won't nudge you to learn all the little things needed to make that dream happen, like how to incorporate, design a logo, launch a product, and so on. Your brain figures it's all a pipe dream, so it thinks, why should I bother figuring out the nitty-gritty details of building a business if we don't actually believe we'll ever run a big company? What a waste of time. Instead, your brain will focus on what it thinks you can actually achieve, like getting good grades in school, landing a better job, or mastering that video game. You have to genuinely believe you can do it for your brain to start working on solving that specific challenge. So how do you make yourself believe? It's simple. All you need to do is find a tiny win. When I first started my entrepreneurial journey, I wasn't making any money at all. All I thought was, I just need to make $100 in passive income next month. That's way easier to believe than thinking you'll make $100,000 in passive income. Because I focused on such a small win, it wasn't hard to convince myself I could do it. And my brain went into hyper-focused problem-solving mode. It was like, this is definitely doable, now let me figure out how. Once I scored that little victory, it became so much easier to level up. If I can make $100 a month, what's stopping me from making $500? Then I can convince myself to make $1,000, $2,000, and so on. Instead of trying to convince yourself you'll be the life of the party someday, focus on just being able to walk up and say hi to a stranger. Rather than saying you'll have an Adonis body eventually, think about just losing a few pounds and trimming your belly. Concentrate on that teeny win that you can realistically believe in and start there. Step 2. You gotta feed your brain. Most of us solve problems by combining things that have already been figured out. Like 99% of all breakthroughs are just connecting existing knowledge or prior discoveries in new ways. The bicycle helmet, for example, is a combination of the prow of a ship, plastic, and styrofoam. For your brain to come up with solutions, it needs access to the stuff other people have already uncovered or figured out. That way it can play with the different puzzle pieces and serve up fresh ideas to you. Step 3. You have to keep feeding your brain every single day. Using your brain to make your dreams happen is like operating a steam engine with ADHD. It's going to take some time and consistent stoking to reach your desired destination. There will always be little problems that need solving to pull off something big like building a successful business. So you have to keep shoveling coal into the furnace, continuing to feed your brain the right stuff. Otherwise, you'll just stall out halfway to the finish line. This train of thought also gets easily derailed if you stop feeding it the right thoughts and start bombarding it with irrelevant information. Your brain will be like, hey, this new thing seems way more important. Why? Because everything else is focused on it. It must be urgent. I'm going to switch tracks and solve that problem instead of staying on course. Your brain concentrates on whatever you feed it. Give it health info and it'll think about health. Feed it financial stuff and it'll chew on finances. But if you're just mindlessly scrolling Instagram, it'll be preoccupied with your friends and their lives. You need to keep pumping your gray matter full of the problems you're trying to solve so it stays laser-focused on making your dreams a reality instead of thinking, I'm so jealous of Jimmy and Marie's amazing vacation photos. So to use your brain properly to achieve your goals, you have to believe in yourself by achieving tiny wins, feed it the right information, and do it consistently so it doesn't lose focus. All right, let's dive a little deeper into this whole brain hacking thing. Because when you really get how to work this beautiful thinking machine of yours, it's going to blow your mind. We haven't even scratched the surface on just how powerful and capable your gray matter really is. This isn't some lame self-help mumbo-jumbo. It's cutting-edge neuroscience backed by cold, hard facts. Modern brain imaging has given us a behind-the-scenes look at your noggin in action. And what scientists have discovered is pretty mind-blowing. Your brain is constantly restructuring itself based on the thoughts you feed it and the behaviors you reinforce. It's called neuroplasticity, and it basically means your brain is like a supercomputer that rewires and upgrades itself with new hardware and software downloads every microsecond of the day. The implications of this are staggering. It means you can quite literally reprogram your brain to excel at absolutely anything you set your mind to. Want to be a master communicator, an athletic phenom, a creative genius? You can install those neural circuits just by focusing your thoughts and repeatedly practicing those skills. The potential is limitless when you learn to purposefully control the information you feed your brain's neural networks. It's like having a badass biocomputer behind your eyes that you can code however you want. And the crazy part is, for most of human history, we had no clue this was even possible. Our ancient ancestors just thought the brain was this hardwired lump that couldn't really be changed much after childhood. But now, thanks to modern neuroscience, we can tap into this innate superpower we all possess. We can be the masterful architects and cyber wizards shaping our own brain firmware and cognitive programming every living moment. That's it, folks. Make sure to like and subscribe for more life-changing content.